Welcome to the Zoho ONE installation of Zoho CRM. Probably if you are, obviously every company is different, but a lot of companies will rely on the CRM. This is where your customer data, so the most important part of your customer, your business is probably the data on the customers, but this is where CRM is going to handle it. This is where all the information on the interactions between emails, any deals that you've got done past, when you connect it later for Zoho books and things like that, you can see all this information in one place. So Zoho CRM is probably the most important app that we're going to use. So we're going to start with it. So if you log into your Zoho One, which is at one.zoho.com or one.zoho.eu, depends what you've signed up for. If you didn't install the app to begin with, so it doesn't show in your applications, you can go to Admin Panel and click Applications. You can click Add, and if you click CRM, it will say Add or Install, right? See how the other ones say Add? This one is already added, but you need to just add it. It will install it. That doesn't set anything up. It just puts it onto your list of apps, right? So when I go back to my home page, it says CRM. So when you come back to your home, my app's at the top, and you click Zoho, you're going to get a welcome screen because it's the first time you've been in. So what is your company? So we are the Z1Army Limited. What's our phone number? This will just add it to various places. You might need it to pop up on information data on basically what I'm saying is when you come to do some sort of set forms or anything like that, it'll take the company name and the phone number. It can be changed later. Now, time zone you can change. Obviously, I need to change mine from Pacific because I signed up with .com. So sorry, you might not have seen that. Your current time zone is, so you can click here, and I need to find, there isn't actually a search option, is there? I'm going to 0, Greenwich Mean Time, African, summer, oh my God, there's enough in there. Greenwich Mean Time, oh man, why is it offering me like 100 different British summertime? Here we go. British summertime area, British summertime, Europe and London. It took me long enough, didn't it? Language, you can change the language. If you obviously work in a different language, change it to whatever you need, and your location. Now, if you're starting out, there is no reason, there's reasons not to, but you might want to play around before you get started. So loading sample data is an easy thing to do. I'm going to do it. And allow. Shall we take the tour? We're not going to do a migration video. If there's certain other CRMs that you're moving away from, let me know in the Z1Army or in the video comments, and I can do migration videos across that because there's just too many different types. But Zoho does have, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have done this. It does have a lot of standardized. Why don't you take me there? Migration options. So you're coming from other platforms. So here's a list: Salesforce, Zoho CRM, Dynamics, Maximizer, CRM, Pipedrive, Highrise. I might do a video on Highrise because it's no longer happening, is it? There's an easy way to migrate across, right? So what we're at there, we're at our home page, and I have got sample data. So I'm going to walk you through what's happened. So sample data is installed so that we've just got some sort of information when I'm going through this. There's a lot of things in Zoho CRM and the Zoho CRM part of Zoho One where there's loads and loads of customization. So this is the very basic beginner starter. You effectively at the moment have set it up. You can start now. So at this point you are complete. You don't need to watch any more of this video. I am going to quickly for anybody who hasn't seen anything about Zoho CRM, give you an overview of all the features and some things it can do. I do sort of go off sidetracks. I'm just going to drop this in. You don't need to watch any more of this video if you know what Zoho CRM can do. There's going to be a lot more videos on the customization and specific things that it can do. So drop in the Z1Army, Z1Army.com forum. Ask your questions. If you can't find, if you type up here Zoho CRM, there you go, training, overview, getting started, new user, you might put Gmail there. I think there probably is. How to sync Gmail with your Zoho CRM is going to be in there. If it finds it, come on. I need to speed up the forum. There's something, I got an email saying I maybe created some setting wrong the other day. Yeah. That is probably what they were talking about right there. Luckily, there's not many people in there at the minute, so if I go here, there we go. It loaded. So I've got to speed up the forum because there's some sort of setting I've got to change. But if you can't find what you need, you can go here, ask a question, request a video. You just click new topic, fire in. How do I do this? How do I do workflows and blueprints and all the other things that are really cool with Zoho CRM that will make it work easier for you, make your life easier, make it automate and do things to make it easier for you, but give better customer service and interactions. Right, I'm going to jump you back in as I now go through an overview step by step of everything. But you probably, like I said, if you've already got an understanding of Zoho CRM, you don't have to watch the rest of this video. So the homepage is going to give us a snapshot of everything we need to do, any tasks, any leads we've got ongoing. Anything we want, we can edit and change this. So deals that are closing this month are going to show, because these are things that you might want to make sure that you get on top of. Leads at the top here. These are not your customers. These are currently prospects or word of mouth or possibilities. These are people that you have somehow got their information. So a friend of a friend, or they've filled out a web form on your website and they've created a lead that you've now got to contact to see if they want to deal with you. So when you contact these people, no matter what it may be for, if I go into the lead, obviously for Christopher, I can email Christopher, I can phone, I can leave some notes down the bottom on what the information was. I can probably see how they came to become a lead. But my job at the top here is to get in touch, open an activity, create a task, as I need to convert this lead, create a meeting, organise a meeting with Christopher or a call, and try to convert. What we're trying to do is convert Christopher into a contact and an account. So see at the top it goes lead. Lead isn't a current customer or prospective customer. We don't know. We're going to qualify the lead. I think that's the proper term, to turn them into a contact and an account. So the contact is a person you can deal with, and the account is the company they work for. If you work for, is it B2C? If it's just a consumer, the contact and the account will be the same person. But you can see this, that Christopher, according to that data, works for Rangoni of Florence. Christopher McLeod, that's his name, sorry. So the contact will be created, Christopher McLeod, and it will be an account, Rangoni of Florence. From here, is there a deal? I've just got off the phone with him, I've just created an email, and I can say there is a deal of ballpark figure. It's going to be a 15,000 deal. The deal name, I work with a lot of security companies, so it makes it easier for me to do like CCTV system. So whatever type of business you're in, what are you working with Christopher on, and how long have I got to close this deal? I've got to get a quote to him, I've got to get out and meet him. I'm going to give myself about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. What deal stage is it at? All these things can be changed. You don't have to worry about it. I'm just sort of going through an example of sample data, what we're trying to do. value proposition, need analysis, or ID, decision makers. And again, if these funnel titles don't make sense to you, you're going to be able to change them later. So I'm going to go value proposition, and did we find him from a campaign source? So if you've signed up and put maybe a Facebook ad together, or a YouTube ad, or even something like a Yellow Pages or a billboard, and you can say, Christopher, how did you get our number? And he says, I saw you on Facebook. You would have your campaign set up to type in their Facebook ad. And what that'll do is, every time you convert a lead to a deal to a sale, you can work out how much money that Facebook ad or that Yellow Pages ad or whatever has earned you in revenue. We haven't obviously got anything set up, but we're going to convert. So now we've got an account, a contact, and a deal. And if it's simply your job to convert leads, you would be finished there. But you can see Christopher has gone, and he will now be in the contacts. I mean, I've got 11, so he's going to be the one on the next page, isn't he? There he is. Christopher and his account. I can't remember now what it was called. Again, it's 11. In fact, if I do this, it'll be the bottom one. Regoni of Florence. And we've got a deal. So, sorry, in the contacts, we're going to have Christopher's phone numbers, information, any notes or information you brought across from the previous screen will be here. And you can see now there's different ways to get across to the deal. So if I want to jump to the deal, there's the deal. If I want to see all my deals that I've got to deal with, I can go here, maybe in a Kanban view. I always like this view because it's I went backwards there with the fingers. Maybe Mac's got really sensitive at doing that lately. I can be able to see my data. Well, this is new, but it's taking its time, isn't it? I can see my deal information. And here's Christopher. So I can click and go to that deal, work it out. I'm going to be able to, when I've got quotes set up, I can send a quote. When I've set up Zoho Sign, I can send an e-document to get them to sign it off. And obviously we want Christopher to sign off, say he wants the contract, and we get to a closed won scenario. So we have closed and won the deal. So Zoho CRM, there's absolutely loads it can do. You can change pretty much everything. So when we go to contacts, or so we go to Chris, and you see things like department. You might not want this. You come down and you see assistant. You might not need this. We can edit and change everything. We are on the enterprise levels Zoho CRM. It's pretty much one of the top tiers, meaning that we can change everything. If you don't like this to be called deals, you want it to be called prospects, we can change it. So we can go to customize and we can change our settings and layouts. Data administration. We can add all sorts of different add-ons. We can connect. Another video will be connecting Gmail and doing all that sort of stuff. Making it work for us, the workflow rules. When we get a lead that's converted, we send out a welcome email, or somebody created a task. All these sort of workflows that can come along to help us speed up our process in the CRM. There's all sorts of things that can be done. I'm having a brain freeze on... Here we go. And a complete brain freeze on changing the customization of settings. So if you don't like leads to be called leads, we can rename it, right? We can call it prospects. Prospects, right? I work with a company who just dealt with prospect. So the single version, the singular, right? You don't call them accounts, you call them something else. Oh, sorry, I changed leads, didn't I? Leads. Well, yeah, leads could be prospects, right? And then you could maybe call deals. Would you change it to quotes? What do you call deals? Maybe you just call it your pipeline. Pipelines, pipeline. Right, maybe that's something you do. Maybe within your contacts, you can see the standard version, so you can change the layout for everybody. What did we say we were going to get rid of? Assistant, was it? Assistant. Maybe we don't want this. We don't want. It's not something we're ever going to ask. So we remove it. Or did I click on that then? Go on. It's not a specific field. Remove field. There we go. I definitely clicked it twice, didn't I? You know, maybe we want to add something. Like, what would we add? There's a phone option. My brain's a little bit scatty. I don't really mean to come down this way, but there's just so many things you can edit and change it to. This field here is a lookup, so if there's more than 2 contacts in an account, you can say this contact reports to this contact, so you can see that the decision maker, who you've got to get to. There's all sorts of things you can do. I'm going to leave that and I'm going to reset. But I wanted to give you like an install overview, but I think probably most people understand how it works, right? So Zoho CRM is a really cool app. I really like it. It's easy to use. So play around the sample data, throw things around, go to your pipelines and your deal. This is your deals. I got to go change the wording back, Anna. You know, throw things about, edit, play, tinker. When you've finished and you've got a good grasp of what's happening in your Zoho CRM in this basic form, go to settings at the top and come here, remove sample data. All these changes will be gone and we're going to remove the sample data. Sample data removal is taking place. There's not a whole lot for it to remove. But that will get rid of all that sample stuff and you can start diving into your CRM. So hopefully it was a little bit sketchy. I didn't mean to get into, I got a little bit sidetracked. For the future videos, I'll be better. I'll work out what I'm going to try and say, because the installation part is very simple. The customization and editing it to your business is harder. That's why the Z1Army forums there. That's why these YouTube videos are here. I'm going to be going live a lot on my YouTube channel, on LinkedIn, Facebook, even Twitch. We're going to go across platform live to answer customization questions. You can ask them in the CRM. I'll get to them all. If you ask them in the lives, I'll add them to the forum, and we'll get the answers for you as well. So Z1Army.com. Come and join us. There's a lot to learn. And we're all going to get on together, because it's a crazy, massive, huge platform, Zoho One. And Zoho CRM is the flagship, and there's absolutely loads it can do for each of us. So let's get sorted. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave it below. Any questions, of course, come to Z1Army.com and we'll answer them there too. See you soon.